Thank you for tuning in, and be sure to comment and subscribe. Hi, my people. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Um, if you're a new visitor to my channel, thank you so much for tuning in. If you're a returning subscriber or listener, thank you as well. This is my channel where I talk about mental health education videos and also self-help videos that I put up at least once a month or so. Uh, Today I'm going to delve right in. I hope everyone is doing great, getting ready to get into springtime. Um, I want to say that, the journey of life a lot of times doesn't always feel good, but it's what we do along the way that counts. How do we do it? Especially our household, for those of us who have families and we are raising kids and we are partners and that kind of stuff, partners at home or partners in separate living situation, we still have to raise kids together. How does it look like for you? Today, I'm going to challenge you to raise or to run your home like you run your business, or you like anybody who run their business. You're not going to run your business to ruins, right? You're going to take steps and strategies to keep it going the right direction. So at the end of the day, you can make profit and you can be recommendable and you can be known in your community that you have a good business that you're running, and this is so and so products that you have to offer. Same way you run your home, like that. You're not going to be running your home crap-tastically. I say crap-tastically. I have to say that slowly. Not down to the crafts, but more profitability at the end of the day. So I have about 7 points to go through. So I'm going to run through quickly. The first thing I'll say is, with the pandemic, everything that has been upon us, 2020, then into 2021, a lot of us are still struggling to maybe even find a vaccine, transition to work, transition to full-time schooling, transition to activities with kids and that kind of stuff. That can be challenging. So one of the things that I find that it's really soothing to me every now and then that I do is to change the color scheme in your room or your house. Or sometimes if that doesn't, rearranging your room, moving furniture around every now and then just gives you a fresh way to look at it. So you're not looking at the same old, even changing pillows, color of pillows, changing blankets. If you can change the color of your wall in totality, even if it's just one wall, like an accent wall, and you just change the color of that wall, it just gives you a new perspective. Rearranging furniture, rearranging your bed in your room, pillows, different things like that can help. Trying to color coordinate sometimes is soothing. Adding some touch of color. Sometimes if you just have like whites or nude colors all through, it's nice, but throwing in there some pop-up colors is just very soothing to the eye and then soothing to your emotions as well. The other thing is to clean up. So we are getting ready to go into spring, right? So for me, a lot of times I start working slowly on, putting away things for winter. This has been a process for me. So I have bought a lot of big containers from like the dollar store or Walmart with the covers, and I put all the jackets in there. All the winter stuff I put away, because then it clogs the closet and you can't find anything. So I fold them away. Sometimes for my kids, if they're getting older and and they're always getting older, I should say, and things don't fit them, what I do is I donate, and I use that as a tax write-off. I donate to the Goodwill. There's so many companies now that will show up to your home and pick it up, or wherever you are to pick it up. You don't have to drive there. There are so many places you can just dump it off. But being mindful about that helps also make you feel good. Because so decluttering So like in your business, you wouldn't have piles of old paper. You go about, you shred things to lighten the load a little bit, you get rid of things. So the same way when you think about your home, to really look at decluttering by donating stuff, getting rid of that, rearranging things. Organize your junk mail. I used to have so much junk mail. Like my junk drawer will have so many things. But, even investing in like a shredder at home just for, keep your confidentiality and your information secure, to just shred all those stuff, the mails that come in that are junk with your name, address on it. So you're not just throwing it everywhere. Even myself, that's one of the things that I'm working on, to just make sure shred all mails that you're not looking at anymore. So it doesn't become piles and piles of old mail that's just sitting there. So really looking at that. One of the things that we don't really also look at is prioritizing our family members, our partners, so to speak, maybe going out here and there with friends or by yourselves to have some time is really good way. Because when you have a business, you're not just continue on to just run a business in isolation. You have meetings, you check in, you talk about things, you talk about goals, the plans for what the day is going to look like, what the week is going to look like, what the month is going to look like. So you can all work as a team. So when you don't do that in the home front, you don't think about the home front also, you run it as a business, then there are going to be shortfalls, and then that can kind of bubble up into different things, things that are not communicated. But if you're regularly throwing in their meeting times, it doesn't have to be even going out somewhere, just, everybody's sleeping, you can have, the kids are off to bed, you can have a time where you just talk about things, so it doesn't start to pile up. So those are things for all of us to kind of look into and work on. And then keeping a folder of things. Like I try to keep a folder in my phone electronically now, which is nice. A folder of like all my doctor's phone numbers, priority phone numbers that I need to have handy, all there, my passwords, everything is organized. Because otherwise, when the moment comes and you're looking for it, you're like, oh my God, I can't find this. You're all over the place and you get frazzled, and it brings on more anxiety and chaos. So really be mindful to organize, just like in the office where you have folders, you have the drawer for everything. It's like home being a mini version of that, and having those folders in place for phone numbers, doctors, dentists, whatever. So everything's nicely organized. When you're looking for it, you just go to that and you get it. So the next point is the same as I had talked about color coordinating or changing color of your walls, or even throwing in some new like the portrait paintings that you can get, cheaply, like $5 and below have some really cool stuff for just like $5 and below. Dollar store stuff that you can just hang and change on the walls. Changing drapery colors can be good, like changing the color scheme. I go to Joey's. Sometimes they have good pricing for drapery, not so expensive. Sometimes it doesn't have to be expensive. And then just brings a fresh and different perspective. The other thing that I do as my kids grow and as we change as well, as we get older, I change pictures, like different rooms. I like doing, I go to like CVS or Walgreens or Walmart and print out pictures and put in frames. But sometimes I find some cool frames on sale at like Hobby Lobby or Home Depot. Home Depot something. At home, it's what I'm doing at home, and you find some cool frames, or sometimes they have those ones that is already done, like when I'm throwing a blank to the name of that, so you can just hang it and change the patterns of different pictures on the wall to just make it feel good. Feel good. If you're not doing that at your office, maybe it's something you might need to look at too, to change different things on the walls of your office, so you look forward to going to the office look forward to coming home because it's refreshing, right? But we have to be mindful. We have to work towards those things. The other thing that I love doing, and which is why I love spring and then summer and then the fall, is fresh flowers. Because in the winter, it's hard to have fresh flowers. So really, I like, oh my gosh, my daughter was say, Mom, I like flowers so much. But I know other people out there too do like flowers. I like fresh flowers. I like the ones, artificial ones too, here and there. But fresh flowers, you can't beat it. You can't beat it. It's like sometimes they have like a really nice smell to it. So keeping fresh flowers at your bedside, in the kitchen area to look at and change here and there, it just brings life to your home overall. So having some flowers there, so you wake up in the morning, you have fresh flowers, you can smell it, or your bathroom, um, to look at and smell, and to just know that you have a living thing there that you can cater to, water it, and let it grow. It just gives you something to do too. So, because a lot of time you don't think of things. We wake up and the first thing you're thinking of, what are we going to do next? Or the kid, you jump right to the kids, or jump right to what the to-do list is for work that you have to look at. You jump right to the email, or you jump right to social media to look at who has posted on WhatsApp, who has posted on their status, or who has posted on Instagram, all this kind of things. And you'll start your day on a note where you see something and it just keeps you in a bad mood the whole day. You're going all day just having all this self-talk, like, oh my God, I can't believe I saw that, and it's all in your head. But where you have more mindful, you wake up in the morning, you see your flowers, you smell it a little bit. You might think, oh my God, Gina, that's just like far-fetched for me. But it might be far-fetched, but I challenge you to try it. I used to think like that. And then once I started having little things like that incorporated in my life, I'm not saying my life is perfect by any means, but I feel like it's more wholesome, and I'm more present with different things like smelling flowers and being mindful and looking at them and just taking in the moments, be more present. Because life is hard. Like, life is hard, people. So what can we do to make it easier at different levels is what the ultimate goal is. And that's what mental health is all about. Because like I say all the time, if you're not whipped it up in your head and in your mind, you're going to have struggles a lot in different aspects of your life. Wake up right away, you're negatively thinking, you're having a lot of negative self-talk. You are like gaslighting yourself, or other people are gaslighting you. You are ruminating a lot about how people are making you feel internally. You have this turmoil going on. But when you take a step back, breathe, and you're taking all those little steps, incorporating all those little few things that myself and other resources that you're checking out online, or however other places you're checking out to really put into practical terms in your life, will be super helpful. So I hope this video has been helpful to you. Drop a comment to let me know if you are actually also running your house like a business. So just thought of that. This year actually was one of my resolutions to think of it that way, because then you become more serious with it and more present and more apt to want it. Because sometimes you're home and you are spent from the day at work, from the grinds of our 9 to 5s and maybe our side hustles. So we come home, sometimes you don't want to engage. The guy or the girl that shows up at 7 or 8 or 9 at work, it's not the same guy or girl or woman that shows up at home at 5 or 6 o'clock. You just give your leftovers to your family members. But when you come home and you transition from business to home, and you still think about the home as a continuation of business, so you're not letting things go, it can be hard sometimes. Some days you just, whatever, you stay in your robe, your pajamas all day long, whatever. But other days, just having those things in place already kind of can help you overall keep your home running smoothly, so you're not always running to catch fires. Like, let's say you're trying to find your pediatrician's phone number. You haven't stored it in a folder. It's not there. You don't know where it is. You're like, oh my God. Now you're Googling it. You're frazzled all over. You're running late for that appointment because you don't even know where the address is because you never saved it. You're trying to call the number. Nobody's picking up. You're running late. You're getting into a car accident. You see how things happen? Just saying. So I hope this has been helpful. Drop a comment, give me a thumbs up, and you should give me a thumbs up because I know I'm doing a great job of putting out those videos. But I love doing it. It's one of the ways that I also find an outlet. It's something I enjoy doing. I love teaching. So by the way, also if you're listening in, you're a student or you know a student who is in a mental health track, I'm doing a lot of precepting for students, so you can reach out to me and we can get the paperwork started and get you going. Tell me how. All right, everybody, have a great rest of your week, a great spring as it's coming upon us fast, and we'll catch you at the next video. Thank you for tuning in, and be sure to comment and subscribe.